Hello, I'm Ken Robinson, and this is one of my video responses to questions I've been sent on Twitter. So, will creativity suffer in an education system of Rigour and Rote? I think this is a really interesting issue because being creative involves disciplines and rigour. I say this because you can't be creative in the abstract. To be creative, you have to do something. I define creativity in the element and out of our minds in this way, that creativity is the process of having original ideas that have value. And there are three terms in here that are all important. It's a process, it's not an event. It's a process you can learn and you can understand. It's about originality and fresh thinking. I don't mean it has to be original to the whole world, but it has to be at least original to you, something that you've thought of or developed for the first time. And you have to apply relevant criteria to that, and I'll come back to that in another answer to a question later on. And it's about value. Creativity is about coming up with things that are worthwhile, and that means being clear about the criteria that you're applying to judge the value of things. You know, often people say, well, it's a value judgment, and well, yes, you know, life is full of value judgments, and we're always judging the value of things. It's about being clear about the criteria that you're applying and whether they're relevant to whatever it is you're looking at. And to be creative is a process that involves acquiring skills and evolving them. If you want to be genuinely creative on a musical instrument, you have to be able to play it and to become progressively better at playing it. If you want to be creative in mathematics, you have to be in control of the disciplines. So I'm saying this because I think it's very important to realise there isn't a contradiction or an antipathy between being creative and being rigorous. On the contrary. The catch, of course, though, is that if an education system becomes bogged down in rote learning, in understanding received wisdom only, in absorbing information uncritically, in promoting conformity of thinking, if it becomes bogged down in rituals of memorization, then of course those things can in themselves stultify the process of creative thinking on which this whole enterprise of innovation and creative education fundamentally depends. So there isn't a necessary contradiction, but in practice, if education becomes over-standardized, over-reliant on memorization, it can in practice be antipathetic to the process of creativity, absolutely.